I understand all of these different projects you have going on, but it's what? Why are you giving me attitude?
I don't think you understand.
I want you to understand my feelings.
Okay.
And I want you to acknowledge my feelings.
I listen to logic. If you want to communicate effectively with me, come in, sit down, and prove your point.
Okay, you name all these different projects you have going on, but at the end of the day, that's still my space.
LaTisha Scott has finally spoken out, and this time, she's not holding back. This may not come as a surprise to those who have been following Love and Marriage Huntsville, as Tisha has long tried to maintain her marriage while staying out of the drama. She's kept a relatively low profile for a while, trying to avoid the gossip and rumors circulating around her and her husband, Marsau. However, everything changed in the April 16th episode when LaTisha took the microphone, looked straight into the camera, and made it clear that she was done keeping quiet. The time for silence was over. She was fed up with the whispers, the shade, and the disrespect. In this powerful moment, LaTisha didn't just direct her message at the women who had been messaging her husband.
There are a lot of double standards in this group. Marsau is a big mouth person, and he has a lot of standards, and some of them might be double. I don't know.
Both about her marriage to Marsau and her future on the show. Let's dive into the events of that episode and explore what led to LaTisha's decision to speak out, how it impacted her marriage, and what it could mean for her public persona moving forward. The episode that aired on April 16th initially started as a calm conversation. However, things quickly took a turn as LaTisha's emotions took center stage. She locked eyes with the camera and made her message clear. This time, there was no hesitation. She wasn't holding back or sugarcoating anything. She looked right into the lens and addressed the other women directly, saying, "You know who you are." It wasn't a vague statement, it was a direct message, almost like a warning. It was clear that LaTisha was done pretending everything was fine. Fans watching immediately noticed that this LaTisha was different from the one they had seen in previous seasons. She wasn't as calm and collected. This LaTisha was angry, and her message had real heat behind it.
I understand all of these different projects you have going on, but it's what? Why are you giving me attitude?
I don't think you understand.
I want you to understand my feelings. And I want you to acknowledge my feelings.
I listen to logic. If you want to communicate effectively with me, come in, sit down, and prove your point.
Okay, you name all these different projects you have going on, but at the end of the day, that's still my space. That was my space. What if it happened to you? When somebody's sitting in your chair, you see a computer up, you see a degree up.
Quite frankly, just, there's not like commerce going on from that desk right now anyway.
There was no doubt in her mind as she made her statement. She wasn't trying to play nice anymore. Her body language added to the intensity of the moment. LaTisha stood tall, her shoulders back, and her eyes focused. She wasn't searching for validation or support from anyone. She knew exactly what she wanted to say, and she wasn't backing down. The message was personal, it wasn't scripted or staged for the cameras. It was a real, raw moment. And that's what made it so powerful. This wasn't just another episode of a reality TV show. This was LaTisha Scott, a woman who had clearly reached her breaking point. This moment wasn't a one-off incident, though. It was the culmination of months, even years, of tension and build-up. Over the course of Love and Marriage Huntsville, there have been subtle hints, awkward moments, and rumors surrounding Marsau. Viewers had noticed the jokes and the whispers about his extracurricular activities. There were rumors about women, trips to Atlanta, and unclear timelines. Fans had always suspected there was more going on behind the scenes, but LaTisha had publicly denied any rumors, standing by her husband despite the gossip. However, as the seasons went on, it became clear that there was more to the story.
Like what? I don't understand. Like what?
Okay. I'm sorry.
A lot of times, Tisha hears things about Marsau. She probably already know. She just don't want you to know. Because then, the more people know, the more she might have to do something about it. Almost how Melody had to do, That's why I try to keep whatever Marsau and I done in the past with women and places we've gone, things we've done, people we shared. Him after me, though.
Tisha had long been at odds with other women on the show, particularly Melody Holt. Whether it was over loyalty, honesty, or subtle jabs, there always seemed to be tension between Tisha and the other cast members. Fans had speculated that Tisha might have known more than she was letting on about Marsau's behavior, or that she was trying to protect her family's image by keeping quiet. But when LaTisha made her statement on April 16, it wasn't just about one woman or a single incident. It was the result of years of feeling disrespected by women who felt comfortable flirting with a married man, and by the ongoing rumors that threatened her family's reputation. LaTisha's words in that episode felt like more than just a personal statement, they were a declaration. She was done playing nice. She was done with the women who disrespected her marriage, and she was done with keeping quiet for the sake of peace. Fans quickly reacted, and the reactions were divided. Some praised LaTisha for finally speaking up, saying that she had been holding her feelings in for far too long. Others wondered if it would make things worse at home, especially if receipts or further evidence of Marsau's behavior were to surface. Regardless of the opinions, it was clear that this was a different LaTisha than the one fans had seen before. She was no longer just a wife standing by her husband's side in silence. She was standing up for herself. As for Marsau's reaction, there has been a noticeable silence. He hasn't responded publicly to LaTisha's outburst, nor has he posted anything on social media about it. This has sparked a lot of curiosity and speculation about what's really going on behind the scenes. Normally, the couple is quick to present a united front, but this time, there's been no explanation, no reassurance, no everything is fine posts. The silence speaks volumes, leaving many to wonder what's actually happening in their marriage. Is everything as fine as it seems, or is this just a glimpse of the tension that has been building for a long time? LaTisha's decision to speak out has changed the way people view her marriage to Marsau. Up until now, they had maintained a certain image on the show, one of a successful, loving couple despite the occasional rumors. But this moment shifted the dynamic. Fans now have a glimpse into LaTisha's true feelings, and it's unclear how this will affect their public image moving forward. It also makes viewers question what's really going on behind the cameras. How much of their relationship is for show, and how much is real? Publicly calling out her husband on television is bound to strain things, especially if Marsau feels exposed or caught off guard. It's a huge risk for LaTisha to take, but it also shows that she's no longer willing to defend him at the cost of her own peace and self-worth. LaTisha's message was also an important one for women in general. Women are often judged when they decide to speak out about betrayal or disrespect, especially in public. Some people might have expected LaTisha to handle the situation privately, to keep it behind closed doors, or to avoid embarrassing her husband on national television. But why is she always expected to stay silent and protect him? Why is it her responsibility to shield him from the consequences of his actions? By speaking up, LaTisha challenged that narrative. She showed that standing up for yourself and protecting your peace is more important than keeping up appearances. The public's perception of LaTisha has changed because of this moment. Some fans admire her courage and applaud her for finally speaking out. They see her as a strong woman who is no longer willing to let people walk all over her. Others, however, feel that airing their dirty laundry on national television might only make things worse. There's always a risk that reality TV fame can backfire, especially if the situation gets messier than it already is. But beyond the drama, LaTisha's message is one of self-worth and boundaries. She showed that it's possible to love your partner without accepting every behavior or putting up with everything. She reminded everyone that it's okay to speak up for yourself, even if it causes controversy. In fact, sometimes you have to shake things up and make people uncomfortable in order to maintain your peace. So, what do you think? Should LaTisha have handled this situation privately, or was she right to speak out on national television? Was it the right move for her to confront these issues head-on, or did it just make things more complicated? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're as hooked on this drama as we are, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the latest developments. Trust me, this story isn't over yet. There's more to come. And that's a wrap for today's video. What an intense journey it has been, diving deep into LaTisha Scott's bold decision to finally speak out on Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's clear that her moment on the April 16th episode was more than just a dramatic TV moment. It was personal, emotional, and something that's clearly been building up for a long time. LaTisha's decision to confront the rumors, the whispers, and the women vying for her husband was a turning point, not just for her marriage but for her public persona as well. While some fans were quick to applaud her for standing up for herself, others questioned whether it would cause more harm than good. But one thing is undeniable: this is a different LaTisha. She's no longer staying quiet in the background. She's taking control of her own narrative, and that takes guts. It's a powerful reminder that, sometimes, we all have to draw the line and speak up for our own peace, no matter the consequences. As for Marsau, the silence speaks volumes. The lack of response to LaTisha's bold move has left fans wondering what's really going on behind the scenes. Will this public call-out lead to tension in their marriage, or will it spark a necessary conversation? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure: this is far from over. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think of LaTisha's decision to speak out? Was she right to call out the women disrespecting her marriage, or should she have handled it privately? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think about all the drama and what's going to happen next in Huntsville. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep up with all the latest updates, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay tuned, because we've got a lot more drama to unpack. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep up with all the latest updates, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video.